Hello and welcome to the third episode of Real Answers to Fake Questions. And because it's the third episode, that makes it the longest running Real Answers to Fake Questions series on YouTube. So yay us. And let's just get right to the first question. First question is from Carrie Apaka. Do you think about your hiking speed or do you just go, go, go? Well, I used to just go, go. I used to just went. I used to just go, 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 and never really cared about anything because seemed like I could do anything to my body and my legs and they would just keep go, go, going. And then eventually they slowed down and eventually they just stop. And my knees just kind of would give out anytime I'd go hiking. And I'm really convinced that that kind of attitude of just going full out all day long, so many miles in a day kind of led to my knees' demise. And so when I slowly started getting back into hiking, one of the things I did worry a lot about was my speed, because all of a sudden I realized that anytime I went back out and I was hiking at my old speed, I would come back and have knee pain. And whenever I'd slow down, I would come back and be okay. So a couple of things that I watch for, I really try to shorten my stride. I notice just every single time that when I'm going faster, my stride lengthens and I just tend to pound more on my legs. So shortening my stride, and I wear the Ultras, which make it very easy to go more on your forefoot, yeah, the ball of your foot, rather than go heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. I try really hard to keep it around 2.5, more like 3 miles an hour, never faster than that. Obviously the terrain is going to change that. But I know that if I'm going more than 3 miles an hour, I'm only asking for problems. And I can remember a story that I read about in some Appalachian Trail thru hiker's book, in which he talked about how every day he would pass this old man hiking on the trail. Like every day for like day after day, week, I don't know if it was week after week, but he would pass him every single day. And he kind of couldn't figure out, like, how is this guy, like, why isn't he falling behind? Because he was going so much slower. And what he did one day is, instead of passing him, he just stayed a distance behind him and matched his speed. And what he found out is that he took much smaller steps, he went a lot slower, but he took fewer breaks and he went longer each day. So, slow and steady wins the race. And after reading that story, it kind of just stuck with me. And so now I'm in that slow and steady wins the race category, and not just trying to get to camp as fast as I possibly can. So yes, definitely watching my speed. And again, I think that's a good question to ask someone who's, I'm not that old, but that's a hard question to ask someone who's in their 20s and 30s, because again, frankly, when I was in my 20s and 30s, didn't have to think a thing about speed, didn't have to think a thing about weight. It just didn't matter. I didn't realize the impact it was going to have. All right, second question. How do you handle meal garbage on the trail? Burn it? Bury it? I have a very easy way of dealing with trail garbage, or garbage from my meals. I don't bring anything that can be thrown out. Every single meal that I have, I maybe have 4 Ziplocs for each single day, and there's no garbage to dispose of whatsoever. So all of my breakfast is out of wrappers and mixed into the Ziploc. All of my snacks are out of wrappers and mixed into my Ziploc. And even I think on one of my first videos, you might have seen a Lara bar in one of my snack bags. That would have been taken out of the bag and cut up into pieces. So even that Lara bar wrapper would never have come to the trail. So at most, I might end up with 4 or 5 little Ziplocs each single day, and those just obviously don't take up much room, and so I don't really worry about garbage. Just get rid of it at the end of the however many days I'm going out. And the last question for today: what is your favorite trail snack that you never admit to bringing? And that's a great question. My favorite trail snack are these little tiny ginger candies. I was researching different things that you can eat on the trail that help with inflammation and help with stamina and recovery and stuff. And one of the things I was reading about was ginger. And so I went out and got some ginger snacks, and I can't necessarily say I like it, but it's almost like a smelling salt to me. This one is, if you've ever had ginger candy, you can see that this is one of the ones that it's more sugar and just with the ginger added. It's not the I can't crystallized ginger. This is one of the cheaper ones. But if you have a piece of crystallized ginger, or even this one, it's hard to eat the whole thing at once. And when you bite it and swallow it, it kind of makes you wake up a little bit. So I love having these towards the end of the day. Like not the end of the day, but maybe like 3 o'clock or so. It's kind of that. It just makes me kind of wake up a little bit. If you've ever had like real ginger ale, after you swallowed it, just kind of like, I don't know, kind of makes you shake a little bit, and almost that kind of neat burning sensation. So I pack maybe 3 of these in my snack bag, these little tiny things, and that's it. But they're really delicious. And again, research how ginger helps backpackers and the benefits of it, and you might throw these in your backpacking snack bag as well. So this is yet another edition of Real Answers to Fake Questions. If you happen to have a real question, please put it below. And hey, we might have to start a whole new series. But otherwise, till next time, I'll see you, and thanks for watching.